Now that the 2021 women's college basketball season is over, we finally know which players will be available for the April 15th WNBA draft. And I'll be sharing with you the latest in the mock draft. Coming right up. What's up, everybody? This is the Women's Basketball Network, where we've got you covered in all things women's basketball. The WNBA's 25th draft will be held virtually on April the 15th. The WNBA announced on April the 7th that an additional 6 players have formally filed as candidates for the 2021 WNBA draft, and that brings the total number of players available to be drafted to 57. Now, there were some prominent draft-eligible juniors who decided to remain in college. One in particular was UConn's Evina Westbrook, who was projected to be a first-round pick. Arizona's Aari McDonald's draft stock rose due to her impressive run in the NCAA tournament, and now she has climbed up to the number 5 spot. So here's a look at the projected first-round 2021 WNBA draft. Now, the Dallas Wings have 4 picks in the WNBA draft in the first round alone. With the first pick, the Dallas Wings select Charli Collier, center out of Texas. Now, I've seen Charli Collier play several times this season. She's a very good low post player. She's very strong. She's 6'5". She has excellent rebounding skills, and she's very tough down in the post. And she's a good shot blocker as well. But she sometimes found herself in foul trouble quite a bit this season. So when she gets to the WNBA, she'll have to clean that up. But overall, she's tall, she's physical, she has very good low post moves, she has good offensive skills, and she's a great shot blocker. With size, it's hard to come by, and with the athleticism she has, I think that's a good solid pick for the Dallas Wings. Now, Dallas also has the second pick. They're projected to pick Awak Kuier, power forward out of Finland. Haven't seen her play, haven't seen any game tape on her, but evidently Dallas has seen something in her to pick her number 2 overall. With the third pick, the Atlanta Dream select Arella Guirantes, shooting guard out of Rutgers. With the number 4 pick, the Indiana Fever select Rennia Davis, small forward out of Tennessee. Now, being that I live down in the Southeast, we see a lot of SEC games, and I've seen Rennia Davis play several times. She's very athletic, she's very quick, she's a slasher, she can get to the basket, and she can shoot the 3. So I think that this is a good pick for the Indiana Fever. With the number 5 pick, the Dallas Wings select Aari McDonald, point guard out of Arizona. If you've watched the NCAA tournament, you saw Arizona and Aari McDonald have a great run. She improved her stock quite a bit. She showed herself as a strong competitor, super quick, can shoot the 3, and is just an overall outstanding player. This is a great pick, great selection for the Dallas Wings. With the number 6 pick, the New York Liberty select Dana Evans, point guard out of Louisville. Now, I've watched Louisville for several years, and I've watched Dana Evans this season as well. She struggled a bit down the stretch, but she's a competitor. She's a very strong, guard. She has all the tools. She's a great defender. She can get to the basket. And I think she'll adjust very well in the WNBA. And this is a good selection, a good pick for the New York Liberty. With the number 7 pick, the Dallas Wings select Chelsea Dungee, shooting guard out of Arkansas. This is another SEC team that I had an opportunity to see quite a bit this year. Chelsea Dungee is a scorer. She has deep, unlimited range from the 3. She can get to the basket. She's a slasher, and she plays very good defense. This was one of the only teams that the UConn Huskies lost to this season. And I watched that game, and I watched Chelsea Dungee just eat UConn up. She torched them for 39 points. So she has superior offensive skills. And Dallas will get a great scoring guard in Chelsea Dungee. With the 8th pick, Chicago Sky select Kiana Williams, point guard out of Stanford. Of course, Stanford won the national championship this year. They were led by Kiana Williams, though she had a great team, a great supporting cast around her. But she was the engine that made that team go. She was the glue that stuck them together and kept them on track. She's a great leader. She's a good point guard. She's a good all-around player. So this is a good selection for the Chicago Sky. With the 9th pick, the Minnesota Lynx select Jasmine Walker, power forward out of Alabama. Now, even though that they are in the SEC, I didn't get a chance to see Alabama play this year because they just didn't show a lot of their games. With the number 10 pick, the Los Angeles Sparks select Natasha Mack, power forward out of Oklahoma State. Now, she was an All-American. I didn't get a chance to see her play as well this season, but I know that she is an outstanding all-around player. She's a great shot blocker, so that's something definitely that the Los Angeles Sparks will need, and they'll definitely need it with the departure of Candace Parker. With the 11th pick, the Seattle Storm select Michaela Onyenwere, small forward out of UCLA. Didn't get a chance to see her play. We didn't get a lot of Pac-12 games out here, so this is a good pick for the Seattle Storm. So with the last pick in the first round of the mock draft, with the 12th pick, the Las Vegas Aces pick Dijonai Carrington, shooting guard out of Baylor. Now this is a great pick for Las Vegas. I've watched Dijonai Carrington play all season with Baylor. Of course, she started her career and played with Stanford and transferred and came over to Baylor. She is a 5'11" shooting guard. She's very physical, very athletic. She can shoot the 3. She can get to the hoop. She plays outstanding defense, and she's just a great all-around player. And with her physicalness and the way she plays, she kind of reminds me of Taya Cooper, who played with Baylor as well, who started her career at Tennessee, but ended up finishing with Baylor. That's exactly who she reminds me of, and that will be a great pick for the Los Angeles Aces. So that's it for my 2021 WNBA draft. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.